Welcome to Lola's Frugal Life Podcast. If you're on a mission to be more frugal with both your time and money, you're in the right place. In this podcast, we talk about topics that help enhance living a frugal lifestyle. The goal is to save time and money where we can so that we can use the rest on what matters most to us. We talk a lot about both time and money management so that we can waste as little as possible on both. We do this while also embracing a progress over perfection mindset. If that sounds good to you, then please stick around for the latest episode right after a few quick words from our sponsor. Hi everyone, welcome back to another one of my mini summer episodes. So today what I wanted to talk about was giving yourself a day to catch up. I have been really busy lately. I know I've mentioned in a couple of episodes, it's just a really busy season for me with work, and plus it's summer, so I'm trying to do extra summer things, and we're getting ready to go on vacation, and there's just kind of a lot going on. And I've been kind of trying to do a little bit too much, and I was starting to get a little bit stressed out about the fact that I really wasn't keeping up on my household things, because I was just kind of letting things go so that I could kind of just keep moving, getting everything else done that I had to get done. So today, actually, I'm giving myself a catch-up day, and I just kind of planned for it. Like last weekend, I decided next weekend, it's the weekend before we go on vacation, and I really need to kind of get things in order and get myself caught up. And we have a house sitter coming to stay at our house because we have too many pets. We have 2 dogs, 2 guinea pigs, a leopard gecko, and a cat. So it was just easier to have someone come stay. So I want the house to be clean for her. I mean, it's not clean. It's decent, but it could be better for wanting to have someone come in your house. So I'm like, I really need to get caught up on these things. And I wanted to get, my podcast recorded before going away. And there's just like a bunch of little things that I really kind of want to get in order. And I do want to start packing also, because I don't want to pack at the last minute. We are leaving on a Sunday, so that does give me Saturday to get like some last minute stuff done. But I kind of feel better when I can kind of get my thoughts together and make sure I have my list printed out and kind of, start going through some things and starting to maybe get some snacks and drinks together and stuff like that. So I decided last week that this weekend, today, this Saturday, was going to be a catch-up day for me. And it just felt really good this morning to wake up knowing that the only thing that was on my plate was whatever I felt like doing to get caught up on. So I got up, I got our bathrooms cleaned really good. I kind of put away some of those things that have been sitting in places where they don't belong. Like I had ordered some hay for the guinea pigs, and it comes in like these big bags that I ordered from Chewy.com. They were just like sitting in the living room. I had some horse supplement stuff that I just ordered that was sitting in the living room that I had to bring down in the basement. Just like some random things like on the countertop in the kitchen, like there was like a manual for like an Easy Up, like one of those like little like awning type things that you put out over like a table, or like when you go camping, that's what we're using it for. But like one of those like little Easy Up things. I had like a manual on the counter. I'm like, what am I doing with this? I decided to throw it out because I'm like, we don't really need this. We know how to open and close the thing. But either way, just like all these little like random things that I've just been walking by and ignoring, because I'm like, I was at a point where I was just like, I just can't deal with anything little or extra except just what I have to get done. I was kind of in like survival mode for a while with work and even with home, just like doing the basics and trying to get by and not worrying about getting all that other stuff done. So today was so nice to just wake up and be like, okay, I have the whole day ahead of me to catch up on some of these things that I've been putting aside. And the funny thing is like always, some of these things have taken me like literally seconds to take care of, like bringing the hay downstairs, the bags of hay. Like it took me like literally less than a minute to walk down and put it away. Picking up that manual on the counter and deciding whether to keep it or not took me probably 10 seconds. But it's like sometimes when you're really in a busy season, those little bits of things just seem overwhelming and it's just too much. So you maybe sometimes just let them go. So by knowing that I had planned this day to catch up, it made me feel a little bit less stressed out during the week, because when I saw those other things that I know it wouldn't take me long and I know I should be taking care of them, but I just felt kind of overwhelmed with having to get other work done, I knew in the back of my mind that I will deal with that on Saturday, so I didn't have to worry about the fact that it was left undone. I knew it was going to get done today, and it just kind of put my mind at ease knowing that I have this day planned. I have nothing else on my calendar. I have nothing urgent or really important that has to get done, except just allowing myself to get caught up on some of these things that have been kind of bothering me and some things I want to do to prepare for vacation. So that's it for this little quick episode today. I just wanted to throw that out there. You know, this can be relevant to any time of year. It just happens to be a busy time for me right now. But if you ever feel like you're in a busy season and you really just are getting a little stressed out because other little things are piling up, maybe see if you can schedule yourself a catch-up day. And then that way, you know, some of these things can get done on that day and you could just focus on what you need to focus on and get yourself kind of back in order. I know that's not proper English, but get yourself back in order and then start fresh again. So thank you so much for listening. I will see you back here next week. So thank you for checking in for this podcast episode. And don't forget, you can always email me with any questions or suggestions at lolasfrugallife@gmail.com. You can follow me on Instagram and Facebook at lolasfrugallife. And you can find a blog post for most of my episodes and definitely all of my meal plan episodes at lolasfrugallife.com. You can also join our private listeners group at facebook.com/groups/lolasfrugallife. And if you enjoy the show, please make sure to subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, or wherever you listen from. And I would love it if you would screenshot the show and tag me on Instagram so I could see you're listening. Also, if you can please take a couple of seconds to rate and review the podcast. Those ratings and reviews are what help the show come up better in search results so that other people can find this podcast. So that will really help me in growing my audience. So that's it for today. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope you have an awesome day.